toddlers anymore. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Back from a little hiatus. My laptop broke, and that's no bueno. Hold on, I need some headphones. I'll be right back. Yeah. Hold on. Let me make sure. All right. Hold on. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. It's been a little hiatus. Hold on. Check. Yeah.
Man.
One of the most
All right. What up? I think y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all just heard the video too.
common warnings that people give, especially to women.
All right. Did you just hear that? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Yep. Let's see. Let me get this shit right. What up to you, Orlando? What up, Isaiah? Yeah, my laptop broke. I had to wait for another one to come in the mail. Hope this should work out. The last laptop was very expensive, and it only lasted me a year. And I couldn't find anywhere where I bought a warranty or like a protection plan, even though I always do, and I probably did, but I can't find it. So much for getting that fixed. Um, Thousands of dollars down the drain. Only lasted a year. We'll see how long this one lasts. More thousands of dollars. And then I checked the specs. I mean, I did do a little research before I bought this current laptop, but then after I got it and I did some more research, I don't know if it's going to be a great fit for all the video editing that I do. But we'll see what happens with this shit, one day at a time. All right. Let's see. Who we got in here? We got 10 people in here. Can we get the likes up? Can we get the likes up? Since I don't know why you're not hitting it, I'm gonna take it as disrespect since I don't understand it. So please take your fat ass finger and hit the like button, please. We about to get started. Let's see. Since I don't know why you're not hitting it. All right. Yeah, so to support the channel, please go subscribe to the membership. It's only $5 a month over at Dating Dysfunctions. I'm gonna be doing. I didn't do it last weekend because no laptop. But my bad. I'm gonna be doing at least 2 exclusive episodes or live streams every weekend. So that's 8 exclusive episodes or lives every month for $5 a month. All right, let's get into it. How long have I fucking been gone? I don't even remember. Let's see if I can figure out how long I've been gone. 4 days, 5 days, probably the longest. Has it been the longest hiatus since I've been going live? When was my last live? When the hell was this? Let's see. My last live was, oh yeah, March 18th. 6 days? Shit. All right, yeah, that's been my longest hiatus. Well, with no further ado, see what this bitch talking about.
Is one of the most common warnings that people give, especially to women, is you don't want to grow old alone. Like it's a threat, a cautionary tale, like it is the worst possible human outcome. But in this video, I want to push back on that a little bit. I want to challenge that narrative because alone does not mean what people think it means. Alone does not mean lonely. It does not mean unloved, unwanted, or unchosen.
Well, I gotta stop you there, man. Yeah. I have to stop you there. First off, alone means exactly what people think it means. Well, let me start over. Alone means exactly what people think. It's alone. Everything that come with it, the pros and the cons. I think most adults have a good understanding of the good and the bad that comes along with being alone. But it's not that we don't understand the concept of being alone. But we know what you're going to do in this video. You're going to make it seem like it's the greatest thing of all time, growing old alone. She said it doesn't mean she's unwanted, unloved, and unchosen. Okay. let's let's take it one by one. Does it mean that she's unloved? No, I mean, I'm sure your family members love you. Oh God, the fucking heater. Fucking, I don't feel like dealing with it. I'm sure your family members love you. Are you unwanted? Are we talking about the dating market? Okay, let's take that one slow. When you said it doesn't mean you're unwanted, I'm assuming you're meaning on the dating market. You're not a bad looking woman. You look like you could be about 55, 60. I'd fuck your throat. Why not? Decent lips. I put my cock in you. So does that mean I want you? I mean, I'm sure if you go on a dating app, you probably get an inbox full, even with the ridiculous glasses. So yeah, I'm sure you're still wanted sexually on the dating market, but wanted long term after somebody genuinely get to know you, yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna be unwanted by the men you would want to date, to be specific. And let's be real, to women, those are the only men that matter on the dating market. You don't give a fuck about the 90% of men you don't want to date, so it don't matter if you're wanted by them. And does it mean you're unchosen? Yes, by the men you want. It, if that wasn't the case, you would be in a relationship or a marriage with one of those dudes right now. Yeah, let's just get back into it. Is that a half pearl, half Cuban? I like it if it is. But other than that, I don't think I'm gonna like anything else about this video. Let's get back into it.
Lonely. It does not mean unloved, unwanted, or unchosen. It simply means unpartnered. And believe you me, there are worse things in this world than being unpartnered. Keep watching.
See, here's the thing. Yeah. If you were unaffected by what people are saying, you wouldn't have to prove anything on this video. And you wouldn't have all this sass and attitude talking about it ain't the worst thing in the world. Who you trying to convince? Us or yourself, man? It seemed like you're trying to convince yourself. Well, let me talk about it. Is being unpartnered the worst thing in the world? No, I don't think it is. I don't know if anybody said it was. But see, when you're a woman, people are gonna hound you about it. I mean, even if you're a man, people are gonna hound you about it. Well, when you're gonna find somebody, when you're gonna find somebody, but especially if you're a woman, because people deep down inside know that men could fare way better alone than women can. And people just inherently know women don't want to be alone. They not wired for that. Humans aren't wired for it, but especially women, and everybody knows it. Point blank, period. And nobody's gonna stop. Look, nobody's gonna stop hounding her about it until she passes away. No matter how many sassy videos she make.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shantae, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, typically what I do is deep dives from a trauma-informed and sociological perspective about things like relationships, particularly the relationship with yourself, and culture and healing. So let's get into it. Let's start with this idea that alone equals lonely. That is not the case. Being unpartnered does not mean that you are emotionally isolated. Some people actually choose to be alone. Some people actually prefer to be alone. Some people actually love their own company.
Let's take it slow. Let's take it slow. I prefer my own company. I'll just start off with that. But no matter how much you love your own company, if you're completely alone all the time, outside of work or something, you're going to get lonely sometimes. Anybody who says they never get lonely without a companion in life, I would say they're lying. They're lying. If you spend a good portion of your time alone, sometimes you're going to get lonely. So you're a capping front and broad off top, and we shouldn't take you serious off top because you're not going to be honest in this video because you have to try to maintain some type of status and you have to try to convince the world, I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't need anybody. I'm good now. Don't try to degrade me. I'm happy being alone. See, when you're trying to maintain a certain image, you can't keep it real. Trying to maintain an image is the antithesis of keeping it real. So you're a liar, man. You're a liar. So hold on. Let's run it back because I wanna break down what you just said.
Alone equals lonely. That is not the case. Being unpartnered does not mean that you are emotionally isolated. Some people actually choose to be alone. Some people actually prefer to be alone. Some people
Yeah. No woman chooses to fail on the dating market. No human chooses to fail miserably romantically with the opposite sex. Point blank, period. And another point of why she shouldn't be taken serious. Bars. Think about how stupid that sounds. I chose to fail in my dating life over and over again. Because that's really what we're talking about here. She's not gonna word it like that because that's gonna expose the truth. When women say, I choose to be single. See, it could work if you word it like that. You can you can kind of make sense of it and people might let you can kind of make sense of it and people might let it slide. But once you call it what it is, it ain't no getting around what it is. You've been failing on the dating market since you was 15, and that's why you're still alone right now. Because do you want us to believe that you chose to be single from 15? Now, I could go for it if you just never dated, you never looked at boys, you made up your mind young, I don't want nothing to do with them. I'm happy being by myself. I ain't gonna date them, look at them, have sex with them. Then I would believe it. I'll be like, she keeping it real. She really did choose to be single from a young age. She never entertained dating, nothing like that. But we know that's not the case with you, man. So you're full of it.
Does not mean that you are emotionally isolated. Some people actually choose to be alone. Some people actually prefer to be alone. Some people actually love their own company. Some people love the autonomy and freedom of being able to come and go as they please. Some people love independence because independence, unfortunately, is one of those things that starts to deteriorate with age. And so sometimes it's due to waning eyesight. How many of you know somebody, an older person that's like, I don't drive at night? Well, that's one of those things where your independence starts to erode or
Exactly. Exactly, ma'am. I don't know if you realize you just proved everybody else's point about why you shouldn't be alone because your independence is going to go away whether you want it to or not. And you're going to need somebody. Never mind. I don't think she's smart enough to get it, even though she's a doctor.
that's one of those things where your independence starts to erode or sometimes it's limited mobility. And so a lot of people actually choose to spend their years of vitality and health navigating the world on their own terms. And that's okay. Some people spend that time traveling, exploring, building experiences, writing book, pursuing their life's dream. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Once again, once again, you chose to do that because nothing ever worked out with the guys you wanted things to work out with. Like I said, this is only valid if she never dated before. I just chose to travel, education, this and that by myself. I never dated guys. I never looked at guys. I never talked to guys. I never went into the bed with guys. Then it would be valid. See, throughout all those years of you doing all that, you were still trying to make relationships work and they never worked. Can you address that?
Writing book, pursuing their life's dream. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. They're not sitting around waiting to be chosen. They are choosing themselves. They are choosing to make the most of the opportunities that they have right in front of them. They are choosing their lives. Which brings me to point number 2. A lot of people tend to shame people for being single, staying single, wanting to live their lives as single. Oh, you're selfish. Wait till you get old. You're going to die alone with your cats. First of all, death is a solitary activity. It's not a group project. So whether you have a spouse or you don't have a spouse, unless you guys have made some sort of plan to go together, which is, a choice, everybody dies alone.
Ma'am, that's not what people mean. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ma'am, that's not what people mean when they say you're gonna die alone. They mean you're gonna spend, the last 25 years of your life without a companion. And it's gonna get harder and lonelier, every year, pretty much, for the most part. That's what people mean when they say dying alone. They don't mean somebody's just not gonna be by your side when you take your last breath. But you're not smart enough to know that. But let's break it down. Who do you think is shaming her about being alone? Is it people on the internet? You could always get your ass off the internet, but that's your only way to connect with the world because nobody likes you in real life. So you ain't gonna stop doing that. Because okay, if she was talking about family and friends, that was a weird way to say friends. If she was talking about family and friends, let's start over one more time. If she was talking about family and friends, she could just politely ask them to please stop asking me about, dating and relationships. I'm choosing to stay alone for the rest of my life. Please don't ask me about it again. And I'm pretty sure if her family and friends respect her and want to continue to have a relationship with her, which I don't know why they would stop asking about it. So she could easily shut that down. So likely she's talking about people on the internet. You don't got to read the comments, lady. But you love being, riled up about something. You love the chaos of it all. You ain't got nothing else going on in your life. Ain't like you got a man. It ain't like you ever gonna have one. You know, and you could tell she's just a bitch. You can just tell by the attitude and all the sass and the facial expressions and the neck jerking. She's a huge bitch. And that's one of the reasons why she's still single. Probably the main reason why she's still single. Oh gosh.
I mean, a choice. Everybody dies alone. Okay, like everybody has like a different date with death. So that's number one. And if somebody chooses their cats and that is their form of companionship, so be it. But if you are familiar with Brene Brown's work, she's a shame researcher, and I distinctly remember reading her work and her saying that most people judge in the areas where they have the most shame. So a lot of people that shame single people, they are projecting. That is their biggest insecurity. That is their worst fear. For them, that is the worst possible outcome of a human existence is for them to die alone. And that is their interpretation of what it is to live a life of singleness or solitude. For them, it means being unloved.
Yeah. Look, you would rather psychoanalyze the people who asking you about why you single and telling you that you shouldn't be than figure out why you can't make a relationship work with a man. Well, how about you spend time researching that instead of researching, the psychology of why people shame?
It is to live a life of singleness or solitude. For them, it means being unloved. For them, it means being unchosen. For them, it means being unwanted. And a lot of times people will try to project that onto you to try to shame you into pursuing partnership or try to shame you into marriage. And anything that is rooted in shame, anything that starts from a place of shame is not going to have a lasting or at least a happy outcome. And the roots matter, okay? You can do the same exact thing, the same exact activity, and approach it from two totally different perspectives. And
Okay, let's yeah. Let's be very clear about this. It's been over for her for a long time. I don't know her journey. But I could just tell by her demeanor, her attitude, everything. She's been cooked for a long time. See, I said it before. I'm gonna say it to the end of my channel. Women have from about, or girls have from about 14 to 22. That's the path that they're gonna be on for the rest of their lives. Whatever they chose to be on from 14 to 22, that's gonna dictate the rest of their lives. Most girls' fate, most girls' fate gets sealed by 22. This woman about 60, it's probably been over for 40 years. But see, women like this don't want us to go back that far. Cause then she's not gonna be able to use all her mumbo jumbo psycho babble word salad against us. Girls pretty much have 3 strikes and they're out far as pair bonding. Okay, what's up with her nails? So 3 of them are the same, and then one of them is different. Wait, is that the style, or did the fucking nail tech not finish? What am I missing? Y'all can educate me below.
Activity and approach it from two totally different perspectives. And a lot of people approach aging or partnership in age from a fear based paradigm. And anything that is rooted in fear will produce the fruit of fear. So a lot of people who marry in older age or are just dead set on making sure that they are not quote unquote alone as they age are not approaching that from a place of love. They're not approaching that from a place of, this is who I genuinely want to spend the rest of my life with. There's a lot of people, and I do mean a lot of people, that are looking for caregivers.
Yeah. See, okay, but I'm gonna take it deeper than that. Let's take it deeper than that. Matter of fact, I got a meme for it. If it'll work. I mean, I don't even. Who knows? My meme board and shit is all fucked up. But it's deeper than that.
Once a woman hits 30, she cannot love you. Okay. And the marriage is not because she loves you. Okay. That marriage is for her to show to other people that she could fix her past, that she messed up.
So yeah. I forgot I forgot what age range she said. Yeah. I forgot what age range she said, but she's talking about, once you get married after a certain age, you're just looking for a caregiver. Look, once you marry after 30, it ain't about love and who you genuinely want to be with usually. It's about a woman getting a house, saying she was married, getting the kids, and having a retirement plan. I mean, really over 25. If you haven't met your lady 25 and below, that's probably what it is for the most part. It ain't just 40, 50, and 60-year-olds that's on that type of time. Women's ability to genuinely fall in love and pair bond with a man usually, like I said, gets ruined before 25. So that ship done sailed a long, long time ago for most of these women. As far as genuinely being in love and genuinely being pair bonded with a man, that's been over with. Way before 40, 50, and 60. And let's be real, like, by the time a woman gets to this point, she cannot have a healthy relationship no matter what. I don't care who she meet. She cannot have a healthy relationship. This woman will never be in a lifelong lasting relationship, even if she gets in a relationship on her deathbed. As I always say, it's over. Let's see how many other dingbats we have listening to her. This got 37,000 views from 7 days ago. Okay, I'm a little jelly though. She got 37,000 views in 7 days. I do want to be like her in that way. Oh, gosh. See, a lot of people should just be alone. I mean, specifically women. Women aren't happy people. They're just not happy people, and they usually just make the men that they end up with lives miserable. So I actually prefer, a lot of women just stay single and be single instead of ruining some man's life. See, a lot of men can actually bring joy to people's lives. They can actually be an asset to people's lives and bring joy to people's lives and educate people and make people better in all different type of ways. Women over 35, 40, they just don't do that usually. Anyway, let's get back into it. You can get a doctorate online. I need to look up like what degrees I can get just and never go into a fucking school again. I'm sure. Let me just Google it. Hold on. Oh, cool. So, okay. So what I found was, oh, interesting. I might have to get me a degree, y'all, just to say I got one. I mean, okay. Anyway, accountant, business administration, finance, human resources, management, marketing, entrepreneurship, computer science, information technology, cybersecurity, data analytics, software development, healthcare administration, health sciences, public health. Y'all get the point. Pretty much looks like everything. Psychology, criminal justice, sociology, social work, but that shit don't make no money. Um I'm gonna have to get me a degree, y'all. I mean, it's not that easy, but if she could do it, I could do it. If this dingbat could do it, I could do it.
There's a lot of people, and I do mean a lot of people, that are looking for caregivers, that are looking at marriage as a way to outsource labor, are looking at marriage as a way to get a caregiver or a nurse that they don't have to pay for. And so when you endeavor to build a lasting relationship or a marriage from a place of looking at a person as a tool, as an instrument, as a worker, as a servant, and people are supposed to run and sign up for that, like, ooh, pick me, pick me.
This woman is fucking nuts. Yeah, yeah, this woman is fucking nuts. Look how much she's emoting. Matter of fact, I could pause it on a better spot. So you do. I could pause it on a better spot so you can really get the picture. Hold
I want to wipe your cheek.
on. This woman is crazy. This woman is absolutely psychotic. And this is why you have to pay attention to the physical red flags. The glasses should be the only thing that you needed to see to go the other fucking way. She's making fun of not wanting to take care of somebody, but that's the way somebody's going to be making fun of the idea of being with her, in another 10, 15 years. It goes both ways, hon. Who's going to take care of you? I'm not getting a rich vibe from you. Oh, and that motherfucking end of life healthcare, whatever you want to call it, home healthcare, home ache, man, that shit is beyond expensive. You really got to be rich, like for private care or something. You got to be a rich person. This is sad. This is sick and sad.
Worker as a servant. And people are supposed to run and sign up for that. Like, ooh, pick me, pick me. I want to wipe your chin. I want to stir your oatmeal. I want to count out the pills every week for your medication. Ooh, pick me. What? And it's one thing to do that when you genuinely love the person and that person genuinely loves you and you all have chosen to support one another in that way and you all have chosen to love each other through waning health and you have chosen to be together and love each other through to the bitter end, no matter how difficult it is. That's one thing. But when you start from the premise of this is going to be the person that I use to get me to my doctor's appointment, this is going to be the person that I use to make sure that I have all my medical supplies.
Well, look, well, yeah. You're explaining what percentage of women who get married? Probably 75% of women who get married. They're looking for a man to use to buy them a house, use so they can have some kids, use to have a retirement plan, use to boost their social status, use to fix all their troubles and, past bad decisions. You're explaining most women when they get married to a man. And let's be clear. Yeah. And let's be clear. And I'm talking about all ages. I'm not talking about older ages, 40, 50, and 60. I'm talking about 26, 36, all that.
This is going to be the person that I use to get me to my doctor's appointment. This is going to be the person that I use to make sure that I have all my medical supplies. This is going to be the person that I use to make sure that I have 3 square meals a day. This is going to be the person that I use to make sure that my medication gets taken on time. Anytime you start from that premise, that is really nefarious. That is despicable. That is evil. And
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, ladies. Yeah, I totally agree. To all the women out there who do it, and it's a large percentage. Yeah, they're despicable, they're deplorable, and they're evil. Because I mean, does she realize that she's talking about most women? I mean, most men don't get married so they can use a woman for this and use a woman for that. Most men actually get married because they love the woman. Because men know marrying a woman is taking on a responsibility and a burden. So why would he do it for she didn't love just to get some cooking and cleaning? I think he would rather cook and clean himself.
is really nefarious. That is despicable. That is evil. And some people will look at this and say, no, what it is smart. Why would I pay for all that when I can have somebody do it for me for free? Then that's not love. Okay, so like let's just call it what it is. Okay, that
Well, I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Look, love is over for somebody like you. Grow the fuck up and get practical. Let's be real. Love isn't on the table after 30 for most women. They think it is, but no, that's been over with. That love stuff has been fucked out of you. 10 guys ago. You don't have the ability to genuinely love anymore. So yeah, love wasn't gonna be on the table regardless. And these women would be right. Like I don't have the ability to love no more, so let me at least marry some dude who's gonna take care of me. That is smart and logical.
it for me for free, then that's not love. Okay, so like let's just call it what it is. Okay, that's not love. So let's just be clear that the root of that matters. Now, having said that, there are people that do enter partnership or choose to be together in their latter years, or they enter marriage or some non-traditional arrangement of a relationship, and they support one another in that way. That is a very different experience of approaching this from a place of love, support, care, nurture. I love you. I want the best for you, and I want to be here for you, which is very different than serve me, take care of me, work for me, and do it for free under the auspices of marriage, ergo obligation and duty, because you're supposed to take care of me. Marriage should
So okay, yeah. See, and this is why y'all leave marriages so much. Marriage is about duty, responsibility, legacy, and all that. It's not about a feeling of love. Because by that logic, when you don't feel love anymore with me, you're not gonna do your duty as a wife. And that's why most women make terrible wives. Like it's not supposed to just be based on how you feel that day. Because as we know, that's an emotional roller coaster with most women. Women just aren't dependable. You just can't rely and depend on most women. It's just not who they are at the core. I'm sure she got a failed marriage under. I'm sure she got a failed marriage under her belt, at least one.
be under the auspices of marriage, ergo obligation and duty, because you're supposed to take care of me. Marriage should not be a retirement plan. Okay. So when you are approaching marriage from this fear-based mindset of, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to have to, care for myself in old age. Who's going to take care of me and who's going to get me to the doctor and who's going to, do all these things. Anytime you approach any relationship, okay, in old age or any age, anytime you approach any relationship from that paradigm, from that mindset, then that means that it is rooted in anxiety. It's rooted in scarcity, and it's motivated by survival versus a love-based relationship, a love-based arrangement, which is a mutual choosing, mutual care, and mutual respect.
You don't have the ability to respect anybody. Yeah. You don't have the ability to respect anybody. You don't have the ability to respect us as the audience. Can you stop talking to us with your hands and jerking your neck? What did I do to you, lady? Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. She's basically saying, I ain't gonna marry nobody for practical reasons. I'm holding out for Mr. Point 5. He ain't coming, Toots. He's not coming. Because in her mind, that's the only man she could respect and choose to be with, and this and that. Mr. Tall, dark, and handsome, with a whole lot of swag, and a whole lot of pizzazz, and a whole lot of cash. And he could do a lot better than you. You want a man who could just walk away because he got something better to do, and it's not you. Let's see if I can find that one.
You want a man who knows how to just walk away because he got something better to do, and it's not you. You want a man who knows how to just walk away because he got something better to do, and it's not you.
There are 4 words that you will never hear me say in this life or the next. And those 4 words are, I love black men. You will never hear me say that.
For real.
And as a matter of fact, when I see, when I'm scrolling and I see women saying that, I almost want to throw up in my fucking mouth. Just gonna speak from the mouth of my personal experiences, and I don't give a fuck about how anybody feels about this. You can definitely suck my dick. I don't care.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I have never loved black men as a collective.
Who hurt you?
There's $1 million homes that somebody's living in, multi-million-dollar homes that people are living in, and some of them are single, and some of them are men that are looking for women. And I'm sorry, black women are hot right now. That singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you know, whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day.
Oh boy. Oh Lord. We're gonna finish up with her here in a minute. We're not gonna stay too much longer. Oh man, let's get the likes up. I don't understand why you wouldn't hit it already. So since I don't understand it, I'm gonna take it as disrespect. Please take your fat ass finger and hit the like button. Donate. Let's get some donations up. I've been gone for 6 days. Somebody let me know you appreciate that I'm back and send in some cash apps and PayPal's. Or super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Cash app is dollar symbol MD Cure. PayPal in the description. I think I did. I hold on. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, I just dropped the PayPal and Cash App in the live chat. Let's finish up. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, follow my official channel, Dating Dysfunctions. Uh, and yeah, join the membership. I'm gonna be doing 2 exclusive episodes every weekend, $5 a month. I'm about to drop that link too. And then we're gonna finish up with this video, and I think I'm gonna stay on for 2 hours. You know, my return episode. But let's finish up with this crazy lady.
Love-based arrangement, which is a mutual choosing, mutual care, and mutual respect. And I can guarantee you that the experience of that is night and day. The other thing that I want to challenge is this idea that there is only a single model of aging. For years and years, and I drew this out, do not look, I am an artist and I'm sensitive about my actually, I'm not an artist, and so don't judge this too harshly. But for years, people pretty much had this model of partnership and family, where it's like, I have my career, I have my family, I have my kids, and then I have like this loving relationship, my other half, right? So the other half model basically means that in this half is where I will have all of my needs met. And this is where I will have love and we will travel. And this is where we will have the same friends. And, you know, this is where all of our hobbies and interests and we'll do the same things and we'll go the same places. And that is a lot of work for the other half of your life. And so what has happened is that a lot of people have spent a lot of years chasing this model. Like, where's my other half? I don't want to go to that place because I don't have my other half yet. I don't want to do this other thing because I want to do that with my other half. And so they have put their whole lives on hold for people that don't even exist in their lives yet. Like, they have literally built their lives around the space of this. Okay, not the person, child, not even the person, the possibility.
Hey, let me ask you something. What are the chances that this woman is happy with her life? I mean, she's trying to sell us that, but what are the real odds that she's happy with her life, folks? This woman is fucking nuts. Look at her face, everybody. This woman is Looney Tunes, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, everybody. Oh my gosh. I like that chain though. I do like that chain. I mean, she's not bad looking. I mean, this is a crazy ball spot. But wait, yeah, this lady's crazy. So one of her hands have white nail polish, the other one has light blue. This is crazy.
Not the person, child, not even the person, the possibility of the person that's supposed to occupy all this space. But there are other alternatives, dear. There are other models, like this one. This is how my life is set up. So there's self-care, I have hobbies and travel and my career, and I have service and volunteerism that I do, and friends and community.
I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. I'm glad you're filling up your life with all that because I mean, a relationship that's over with, that's not gonna happen. So this is what I would have advised her to do. And I'm happy she's doing it. But let's be real. That love piece of the pie, it hurts a lot more when that one's empty. Even if you only have whatever, 3 hours a day to commit to a relationship and a man. When you don't have love in your life and you go home alone every night, that shit is like a cartoon, what is it, anvil on your chest. What up, Craig? Look, it's like a Hummer on your chest when you go home at night and nobody's there and you got to cuddle up with yourself. I don't care how busy your day is. When you got to go home alone, that shit hurts bad. And that shit is depressing. And all this other shit is to cover up how depressed you are about the fact you don't have love. I don't know. I'm projecting. I could be true about that assessment, though. I could be true. I could be right about that assessment. I could be right. They got a new show on Netflix. It's called Age of Attraction. It's pretty good. I checked it out. I watch Love is Blind too. Don't judge me. I mean, it was okay. Age of Attraction. Yeah, it's over for this lady. Let's just move on. Okay, couple more minutes. Couple more minutes. I want to see if she gets to any point. Like, is she gonna talk about why she hasn't been able to find love? I mean, because let's be real, love is still on her pie. It's still something she wants. She probably good in bed, but it just ain't worth it. But man, why can't you feel that piece of the pie? Can you dive in on that? That's what I'm waiting on.
Hobbies and travel and my career, and I have service and volunteerism that I do, and friends and community. And even though I'm not partnered, you see how much space is left for the partner? You get one slice, buddy. Okay, like that right there. It fits into an otherwise very full life. And it doesn't mean that these things come before or that, they're equally weighted, because I could hear somebody jumping into the comments right now. Your spouse is not supposed to be at the same level as your friends.
You could just tell, like her little yeah. You could just tell with her little mocking theatrics that she's really a miserable person, a rude person, and a nasty person. You could just tell. It's so evident. And yeah, I mean, why would a man even want to sign up for you when he's just a small piece of the pie? No man, the type of man you would want, yeah, none of those men are signing up to be, what, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eighth place. Because that's how you just frame this. Like they would be like 8th place.
Your spouse is not supposed to be at the same level as your friend.
Look at her face, everybody. This is not a happy person, everybody.
Friends.
Instead of clutching tooth and nail to this version of life, clutching tooth and nail to this version of life. Sorry, I had to take the microphone away for a minute.
Maybe what if they're not clutching tooth and nail? Are we buffering? Are we buffering? Yeah. All right, let's move on. I can't take it anymore. I can't fucking take it anymore. I just cannot take it anymore.
Oh boy! Called Zachary.
Hold on. Where's the original video? Here we go.
Apps might not be great for other people in other cities or females. Now, with all that out of the way, so I did something crazy. I swiped over 139,000 times across multiple dating apps like Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder, the 3 layers of hell, and dug through my dating history data to find out, are dating apps pay to win? Wouldn't you like to know? Honestly, so would I. But why? Well, besides the need to find love, let's be real, we should probably take a closer look at these dating apps. The use of these apps have skyrocketed.
Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. And I think I want to go over to, I don't think we're going to stay on this video long. We're going to go over to Rumble to go over a Kendra G. So I'm dropping that link in the chat. Okay. People who never, how can I put this? Everybody's looking for love. Well, not everybody, but you know what I mean. So many people, most people, they're looking for that fairy tale still. They're looking for love. Knowing what I know now, I mean, I'm not going to say people think it is. Love isn't happiness, if you will. I mean, it has happy moments, happy times, but look, people who've never been in a 10-year relationship where they're living with somebody, they don't know really what they're talking about when it comes to any of this shit. A live out girlfriend at best. And they will completely forget about this love shit, this fairy tale shit. Just have somebody you like find somebody you like spending time with and spend time with them, you know, a few times a week and leave it at that. But let's get back into it.
In recent years, their prices are surging to outrageous levels, and some of these platforms are even facing serious lawsuits. So we need to find out, do dating apps actually help you find love, or are they just clever schemes to empty your wallet? Which app, if any, gives you the best bang for your buck? And why does finding love feel more challenging than ever, despite all this new technology promising?
Yeah, I think people tie love to fulfillment and happiness, and that's not what it is. Because I'm trying to think about like, okay, just think about the relationship with your mother. You love your mother, right? But think about all the ups and downs that come with loving your mother. Her nagging, bitching, being a burden on you, fucking calling you when you don't want to talk. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's upsides too when you're eating at Thanksgiving and you're talking and you're smiling. But that's such a small part of what it takes to love somebody and be in a love situation. You know what I mean? Like, love isn't going to fulfill you. Finding somebody you're in a relationship with and you live with and you love them, that's not going to bring you fulfillment, and that's not going to bring you happiness. The way that I think most people who are looking for this love and fairy tale relationship are looking for it to do, if that even made sense.
to make it easier. The answers to all of this and more. So whether you're single, have a single friend who annoys you, or just want to watch a nice video before bed, tuck yourself in, get comfortable, because this is a story about love, money, and the sexiest thing on earth, data. 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 For thousands of years, humans have been searching for one thing: love. Love for most is what gets you up in the morning. It's what saves you in your darkest times, and it's what motivates you to become a better person.
Yeah, I don't think it should be any of that, really. I mean, okay, for example, you love your kids. You get motivated to get up and work so you can take care of these damn kids, but there's not really any happiness to this. I, I don't even know if that's a. Here's the thing. Having love in a family, it gives your life purpose. It doesn't necessarily bring you happiness and fulfillment, but it does give your life substance and purpose. And I do think that's a good thing that you can derive happiness from, but I think people just got it all wrong. Um, how can I put this? Okay, I'm responsible for certain people, and I don't know if it makes me happy. How can I guess you can say some sort of fulfillment. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here because it's acting up. I'll see y'all over on Rumble.